The next exercise, number 27, I'm going to do something a bit complex, and the idea is that I just want to backward and forward the number. So I loop through maybe 1 to 5,000, and I sum up the numbers, and then I loop from 5,000 to 1, then I sum the number, then I find the difference between them. So it's the same number that we loop from forward 1 to 5,000 and backward 5,000 to 1, and then we check the difference between those two numbers by using this program. So this program is going to be exercise 27, EX27, and then we tick the main method, and then here I need first I need the number. This number is going to be static, and it's going to be final, and the data type is n. I give you the n as a number, and this is going to be 5,000. And what it means is that no one can change this number. Okay, so let's see why. Yeah, and the reason why we are getting this error here is illegal modifier for parameter e only final permitted. So it's just because I added within the method, this main method. It should be here because it's static. You can be accessed from anywhere within this program. So this, I can just type it as a number completely. This is our number. This is a final, and it cannot be changed. So I want to loop this from 1 to this number and sum up those numbers. So I'm going to add another variable called double, and this is going to be sum, and I will assign this to 0.0 d because I'm dealing with double. And then I'm going to use for loop, and this for loop is going to be int I is equal to 5,000, and then I greater or equal to 1, and then I minus. Okay, so this is backward. I'm looping from this number to 1, so you have to use this minus. Okay, and then I'll use this number sum. I'll sum up these numbers. You have the plus sign equal to, I'll use 1.0 d. Then I'll convert all this because they are integers. I want to typecast to them to double, so it's going to be double times what times I, and then semicolon. See, this is how we are going to do the backward. See, and then I can do again another loop, and this one is going to be forward, and forward we have to change this to plus. Okay, and everything else remains the same. Okay, so but how do we get this difference? When we get difference, we minus from this. How can we do this? So this is a little bit tricky, and that's why I say this is a little bit complex, because how can you give the variable for this and another variable for this, then you check the difference, which is 1 this minus this. So we can use function or method to do that. I can add this chunk of codes to one function and this to another function, and I give those the function the names, and later on I'll have one other variable which is going to be one function minus another function. Okay, and let's do that. So what I have to do here, I'm going to type the another method which is going to be public. Let's see, because this is within another method. Let's see how it's going to work. Otherwise I have to remove it from this main method, but let's see. But the easiest way is to remove them and then we call them from this main method. So what I'm going to do here is public static double, and I'm going to use this as a backward, and we're not going to pass anything here, so it's going to be like that, like this. So we have this method, but now it's complaining because we have to return something, and it's complaining also we have to we have to remove the invalid modifier. Okay, so that's why we need to remove this and we put it outside of the main method. See, now it's quiet, and here it's complaining that illegal sum. So we have to come up with this, copy, put it here, and now it should complain about, it should return something. See, so we want to return, the function is going to return sum. Okay, this is what we want. So we have to do the same thing for this one. It's going to be public static double forward and we have to pass this, sorry, here, and then we have to remove it from the main method, and we come back and call this method on the main method. So it's here, and have to return sum. So these are going to give us Control Shift format. So these are going to give us the for forward, and this is going to give us for backward. So here we have to call these methods, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to print first, and I'm going to use String Builder as always. So, and I'm going to say new String Builder, and we passed and say the result of the backward calculation or computation. Then we append this method here. We're going to call this method here. So copy and paste here. Okay, and then we convert this to string. So, and we do the same thing for the forward. So this is a little bit complex. Perhaps you have never learned about function, but it's easy. And then we do this forward computation. Then we pass the forward method here, which is forward. Okay, so if we run this program now, let's see. This is result for the backward computation. You get this. I'm not so sure about the reply, but the result. But anyway, let's see for the difference. So the difference, I'm going to say double, and again the idea here is not about the what is coming out, but how I'm doing it. The difference variable is equal to, I'll use the backward. In Java you can do this kind of stuff. Backward, you can use one function minus another function. Forward, so it's completely allowed and it's legal to do this. And then we can now print the cout. I'm using string builder, new string builder, and say the difference is okay. Then we dot append differences, the variable, and then we convert to string again as always, and then Control Shift format, and then we run the program. Yeah, so this is what we are getting, but there's something is wrong, so now we have to find the bugs. For example, here this is wrong because I just copied this and this, so this should be it shouldn't be this way, so I have to change this one. All is for loop, and what I want to do is int I is equal to be to 1, and then I is going to be less or equal to 5,000. And the I plus plus. Okay, so this needs semicolon here. Sorry. Oops. Okay, and save and run it again. So we are getting this backward and forward, and when the difference, when you minus, you get this, but I'm not so sure about this, but we have to check again. Anyway, this is the idea. You create the function, two function or methods, and you minus these methods, then you get the idea. So I think, even if I'm getting wrong answer here, but I think you can do this by going through this loop, because I've done a lot of for loops. So you can go through this for loop and try to find out and correct it. Thank you guys, and remember, subscribe and like, and bye bye.